In this segment, I want to tackle what is for some women a really sacred cow. And I want to challenge the idea so we can look at it much more clearly. Sometimes you never think about what you think about. And when you take the time to think about what you need to think about, you come up with more insight. Now, these ideas can come up in coffee conversations. Honestly, some ladies just do their Finding Mr. Right workbooks in a coffee shop or in a home, and they just hang out and do that. And it's fun for them to minister to each other over coffee and all that. And finding a Mr. Right group is really the heartbeat of why I'm doing this. I want women to huddle up. You do so much better as a team. Now, this idea that we're going to get into is so very important to really have it clear in your heart and in your mind. The idea is, oh, and please don't send me emails on this, the damsel in distress. Oh, my heart, I can already feel it. The damsel in distress idea. Here is a massive idea that many women are less aware of, but it's essential to look at. The damsel in distress dynamic is when you play your weakness to draw a man into your world. Now, come on, I know some of you are going to get convicted right here. You need help. You need him to help you. The way this works practically is that you need maybe some physical help. I need to help move something. I need emotional help. I need some shoulder to lean on. I need relationship help. You know, this guy I'm with isn't working out. I need to talk to you. I need get in shape help. So you dress inappropriately and you go to the gym and you ask guys to help you. I need financial help. You keep staying financially irresponsible and maybe you're not tithing and you want a man to rescue you. You need a mentor, and it just always happens to be a man. And this list goes on and on. Now, I'm in no way minimizing that as we develop, we need help. However, if you regularly seek out men to help you as a woman, instead of going to a strong, godly woman, let me say that again. If you have a pattern of when you need help, you choose to go to men as opposed to choose to going to godly women, I would question if you are playing the damsel in distress game. And playing this game with men as a way to get them to help you as a dating strategy. You know, because you know if he's nice to you, if he shows kindness towards you, he's going to have feelings towards you in a way, right? Because men like to be heroes, and you know that. And then this thing starts happening. And that this little hero game, you know, the game, it can be played in both directions. You know, he's looking for a damsel in distress so he can be a hero, because if he's a hero, you don't look at him the same way. Okay, because he's already has positive stuff going for him. You don't ask the questions about his flaws. But in the way you want to build a lifelong relationship, you don't want to build on your weaknesses. You don't want to build on being manipulative. You don't want to do that, okay? Because if I was talking to the guys, I would warn them about that person, because you don't want to rescue this woman for the rest of her life, okay? That's not a fun marriage. Now, here's what I taught my daughter and thousands of female clients of every age. I think I've counseled about 5,000 women in my career. And it's this. It's 100% your job to grow up. I can feel the emails coming. It's 100% your job to grow up into an adult. And I mean an adult woman spiritually, where you are able to read your word, pray, seek the Lord, hear his voice, and know him clearly. Financially, to be able to create wealth, save wealth, and tithe. Now, if you don't tithe, you're not going to be able to save wealth, because you will not have your money blessed. And I'm not saying that because I'm your pastor. Give to the local church. Best way to be financially stable. Socially, having your own friends. Watching a woman with their friends is what I tell guys to do. If she has girlfriends, you're probably in a better place. If she tends to only have guy friends, you're probably the damsel in distress person, okay? Physically, take care of yourself. You're responsible to get yourself in shape, stay in shape, be healthy, eat right, do all the things that the temple of God deserves. Now, if your pattern is to need help, you will attract males that may be boys. Well, it's a whole nother conversation. They may be men They could be a man of God, but your discernment will be significantly limited because they are already a nice guy and they care about you, even though you've kind of worked it. Now, however you set them up to look good because you set it up to ask them for help instead of godly women or even godly couples or even a group of people at church to help you, okay? The romance is off to a start, and attraction is based on your need instead of looking at him holistically in the material. Finding Mr. Right, I actually give you a grid that helps a whole lot. Now, I warn men about this type of woman, this damsel in distress, because it can become a lifestyle that could lead to a long-term burden for them. If you marry someone who wants others to compensate for her, unwillingness to grow up, it's not going to be fun long-term. Also, as a mother, she can transfer this idea to her children and limit their ideas of female maturity. The Proverbs 31 woman was complete, okay? And if you just read that, she was running businesses. She was good at real estate. She was taking care of her family. She was competent. She was strong. She's a great example, and she lived thousands of years ago when women had no value in that culture. She wasn't looking for men to meet her needs. She was competent and capable. Now, if you need to be legitimately helped, go to your church leaders, of course, but there's integrity in that process if your pastor assigns someone to help you, because then the person's accountable to the pastor, not to you, all right? And the pastor will probably say, now, you can help her, but don't, be careful, be smart, right? If you hunt men through the damsel in distress, consider this a time to pivot, take responsibility, and create a team of women, not men, to help you mature. Women make women. Men make men. I got a whole series of men make men. Women make women. So if you want to become a stronger woman of God, you're surrounded by stronger, mature women of God. In the short term, you might make this guy feel good because he's helping you, which is the goal, right? But the long term, though, he won't respect you. He will see you as weak. He'll begin to resent you or deeply regret choosing you. I know this is strong words for somebody. And grandmothers and mothers, I want you to share this program with some women that need to hear it. So work on your weaknesses while you are maturing. And while you're in the dating process, serve with your strengths. Ask your pastor what needs to be done. Go find a way to serve. Serving is really attractive to mature men because they see you serve and they go, oh, she knows how to do that. I don't have to train her, because marriage and kids, so much you have to serve. Now, you might need to take a class or get around women who are more mature than you in any area of your life. And I'm okay with that. Do that, whether it's finances or friends, whatever you need to do. You can look over your life and you can see if you regularly recruit men to help you, start asking women to help you. You will have to be the judge of your past, but you ever can predict your future. Sometimes you have to start something different, okay? You don't want to be slightly manipulative when you get in a relationship with a man, because it can get worse. And if a man or a man of God feels he's being manipulated, this is unattractive. And boys won't be aware of the game, but they are boys, and marriage is much more challenging for a boy long term, because then you are trying to grow him up. So consider this. And if you're discipling a woman, ask her to clarify this in her life so she can be aware and choose to mature, meet her own needs, and take full responsibility to mature in the areas that she needs to, because we all need to, especially if we're younger. And I would say this exact same thing to men looking for mommies, okay? Don't look for a mommy. Look for men to grow you up. This is just one idea out of hours that we address. And the better the ideas you have, and the more godly the ideas you have, the much more likely you are going to have much more godly results. Well, I love you, but I know If whatever we believe in our heart, the proverb says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think you're a damsel in distress, it doesn't line up with the word of God because he has saved you. And if you're already saved, you don't need men to save you. Well, stay with us.